audio. Sandy, are you body, is it?
Good morning, PC Brian and PC Sandy Tracy.
Morning.
Can you both hear and see us all okay?
Yes, we can, thank you.
I think Councillor Beardsworth has just dropped off, so we'll just wait a few minutes for her to reconnect.
Okay. PC Tracy and PC Brian, your videos are not not working. Aha! There you go, Sandy.
Fine.
Thank you, PC Brian. Hi, good morning. Just waiting for Councillor Birdsworth. She just dropped off.
Councillor Beardsworth's back with us now.
Yeah, I can see it. Just waiting for it to come up on video. Can you hear us, Sally? You're on mute. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Just waiting on Councillor Beardsworth to confirm that she's able to hear us. She's not on video at the moment. Sally, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Sorry about that, folks.
That's okay. You're not on video at the moment. You've got a problem with... there you go. There you go. Right. Okay, Macy, can we start now, please?
Yes, thank you everyone for your patience there. So the hearing this morning is for International Superstore, and on the subcommittee this morning we have councillors Sally Beardsworth, Keith Hollander-Lemire and Councillor Mike Warren. I'm Maisie McInnes from Democratic Services, and we have James Chadwick, our legal advisor, and Martin O'Connell, Senior Licensing Officer. Please could I have a proposer and seconder for chairman?
I'll propose Mike Warren.
Thank you. And a seconder?
I'll second Mike Warren.
Thank you. Councillor Warren, please can you take the chair?
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for attending this morning. Can I ask panel members, do you have any declarations of interest concerning this application?
None, Chair.
No, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Does anybody have any preliminary questions concerning the review today?
No.
Okay. This hearing is in respect to the aforementioned application for a review. I would like to invite the licensing officer, Martin O'Connell, to introduce the report, please.
Thank you, Chair. The purpose of this report is to consider an application for a review of a premises licence in accordance with Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003, made by Northamptonshire Police in respect of International Superstore at 199B, Kettering Road, Northampton. The application, which can be found at Appendix B, was received by West Northamptonshire Council on the 7th of December 2021. The review is made on the grounds of the prevention of crime and disorder. The licence, see Appendix B for this premises, relates to the sale of alcohol off premises and between the hours of 7 in the morning and midnight. The current premises licence holder is a Miss Alicia Bialabrush. In February 2021, the premises licence was suspended due to non-payment of annual fees. On a visit to the premises by the licensing officer on the 7th of December 2021 to place a blue note site notice up, no alcohol was displayed for sale and there was none in the storeroom at the back of the shop. Miss Bialabrush was not present and the licensing officer was informed that she was no longer involved in the ownership of the shop. I have since had contact from Miss Bialabrush in the last couple of weeks to say that she wishes to surrender the premises licence, and I've had that notification come through as of yesterday. As you will perhaps know, I need to wait for 28 days to actually cancel that notice based on the surrender, because there is a possibility that somebody may choose to transfer it in that time. When an application for a review is received, the applicant must serve the licence holder and all the responsible authorities with the application. It is then the responsibility of the licensing authority to place the blue public notice at or near the premises, and say this was done on the 7th of December. That gives 28 calendar days from receive 28 calendar days for the public or other responsible authorities to make any other representations that they feel they need to. The blue copy of the blue notice can be seen at Appendix C of this report. The last date for representations on this application was the 3rd of January 2022, and no other representations were received during that consultation period. The council is required to send a notice of the hearing to all interested parties and responsible authorities that have submitted a relevant representation and request confirmation of their intention to attend. The notice of the hearing was sent to the following persons on the 4th of January 2022, and that was to Miss Alicia Bialabrush and to PC Sandy Tracy. PC Sandy Tracy is here. Miss Bialabrush has said that she's no longer interested and wants to surrender the licence and is not in attendance. Your options are laid out at point 6 of this report and in the legal implications at point 8 of this report, and there are no financial or resourcing implications to this application. each application must be considered on its own merits, and the attached beg your pardon, continued on its own merits, and any conditions attached to the licence and certificates must be tailored to the individual style and characteristics of the premises and events concerned. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much indeed, Martin. Can I ask if anybody has any questions of Martin concerning the report?
No,
Keith?
Chair.
No, Chair.
Thank you. I don't have any. Thank you very much for the report, Martin. Well, actually, Martin, I noticed that Miss Bellarusi is not with us today.
No.
So she's not. She doesn't have any legal representation either. Is that correct?
No, she doesn't. She's not represented. Like I say, because she appears to have no interest and has surrendered the licence.
Okay. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. The hearing is being brought by the police. Can I ask PC Tracy to outline the report, please?
Thank you, Chair. Right. Okay. So I act on behalf of the Chief Officer of the Police for Northamptonshire, Mr. Adderley. I've got delegated responsibility, and he's authorised me to act on his behalf regarding representations made by Northamptonshire Police to licensing authorities across the county of Northamptonshire. We've called for a review on this premises due to the fact that they have been found to be selling illicit cigarettes. We went to the shop with a joint operation led by Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs in relation to a number of stores on the Kettering Road in Northampton on Wednesday, the 17th of November 2021. Officers from HMRC, Northants Police, including the Force Intelligence Bureau, the Foreign National Offenders Intelligence Team and Police Licensing. Also present were Home Office immigration officers and West Northamptonshire Trading Standards officers and officers from East Midlands Serious Organised Crime Unit Disruption Team. There were a region of 40 to 50 staff in total. His premises were visited, and within the premises there's a storeroom at the back of the premises where a large quantity of cigarettes were found, none of which had any kind of UK duty paid. Also, at the time, there was a huge amount of alcohol stored in that particular area. And the cigarettes were seized by Trading Standards officers and officers from the HMRC. There was a member of staff there who he claimed he didn't know anything about the cigarettes. And if there's any questions that anybody wants to ask of me, then please feel free to do so.
I just had one question, really. Were these cigarettes actually advertised for sale? Were they in a cabinet, or were they at the back of the shop where they had to be got at to be produced for sale?
There was no door on the storage area. They were on shelves, and some of them were concealed in bags. A lot of the packets were ripped open, and they were very easily accessible from anyone within the shop. There were no cigarettes kept behind the till. And what I do remember from memory is there was a large amount of cash behind the till. I think we counted it was about £2,000 worth of cash behind the till in a rolled up bundle. But there were no cigarettes available for sale that had any kind of UK duty paid symbols on them. It was just purely the stuff that was at the back of the shop.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question, Chair?
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Thank you for your report, Peter Sandy. I just wanted to know about the alcohol as well. You said there was a large amount of alcohol in the storeroom. Was it obviously for sale, or was it just stored there, or what was it?
Well, considering the premises had their licence suspended, or was it, I believe it was suspended.
Yeah.
there was a large quantity of alcohol kept at the back of the shop. Again, like the cigarettes, it was very easily accessible. And it's a little bit concerning the fact that on the 17th of November, there was a large quantity of alcohol kept in this storeroom. And when officials went back in December, the alcohol had been removed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Keith, do you have any questions?
Just to confirm, when you visited the premises, you were advised that the former license holder was no longer involved. Is that correct?
We weren't told that at the time. The young man who was present when all the authorities were there, he expressed no knowledge of the cigarettes, and he didn't disclose any information to us at the time, not that I can remember.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have any other further questions. Martin, do you have any questions at all?
Was there just one, please? Just one, in terms of the alcohol in the storeroom, was it on any display shelves within the shop or just in that storeroom at the back?
No, I don't recall any being actually in the shop. It was in the storeroom at the back, but there was no curtain on the storeroom and there was no door on the storeroom,
Yeah.
so you could see it from the shop.
Yeah, no, I know the storeroom you're talking about. It was open to anybody potentially walking into it, but it was clearly a storeroom. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Would you like to, unfortunately, we don't have the applicant with us to make any statement or anything. So would you care to sum up, Tracy?
Well, I don't need to say a huge amount, Chair, only that here we are again. All together, and I believe we're here all again this afternoon with the very same thing. Our town is being blighted by people who are very arrogant in relation to the rules and procedures in relation to tax and duty paid goods. There's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes in relation to this crime, things like slave labour and serious organised crime. So all we ask is your support in revocation of the licence, and we will continue to monitor these premises accordingly, because we strongly believe that even once the licence is potentially revoked, they will continue to sell illicit tobacco. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any last questions at all, Keith or Sally?
No, I'm quite happy with the report.
Okay.
No, Chair.
Okay. The subcommittee will now retire to make our decision. The decision of the subcommittee will be communicated to all parties in writing within the next 5 working days. This hearing, the details, however, can be made to make an appeal against the decision or of the subcommittee will also be included. Thank you very much for all attending today, and I call the meeting to a close.